If you meet a lady over 40 who piques your curiosity for some inexplicable reason and is educated, you might want to put her in the bad category. There appears to be a link between IQ and women's opinions. The more educated a woman is, the worse she is to be around. The less educated they are, and the simpler their cognitive process is, the more pleasant they appear to be around. Women are comparable to teenagers. The last thing you need is a smartass teen telling you what she thinks. Consider that arrogant kid who knows everything. And no one loves someone who resembles one of the spoiled children from Charlie the Chocolate Factory. Another thing I've learned from a few women I've known in their 20s, 30s, and finally in their 40s who are going through a midlife crisis is that they are not alone. If they were rational when they were younger, that thinking fades as they attempt to recreate experiences they never had. If they didn't ride the carousel in their 20s, they can ride in their 40s. And they do so frequently because older women can easily get more younger men in their 20s and 30s. First and foremost, they can easily live out their imaginations and have one. Women in their late 30s and early 40s that I know are only now interested in men in their 20s. Those guys, they feel, admire them for who they are rather than what they do. Women of that age, on the other hand, are living on borrowed time, and their bodies could collapse at any moment. It's only that they don't realize it. They're getting close to menopause, but they still act like they're in their 20s. On Tinder, women can easily attract younger guys since they can use technology to connect with people from different generations. My hypothesis is that they are more interested in control over a woman than in sex. Because his small head outweighs his large head, he's a man. He will not leave her because he loves her and she has faith in him. It is vital that you know current female mentality. At this moment, money and position will help you attract such women, but as you grow older, it will become more difficult. Because you're not a meek town monk, you'll have to go into that mode at some point and eventually lose access to breeding age women. This happens to all men, and we must accept it and go on with our life as quickly and efficiently as possible. We like to believe that as we grow older, our sexual power grows, but actually, it is regressing, and we have no control over it. People treat you as a creepy old man whether you're in your late 40s and looking for women in their 30s, but it's often the opposite for women. When they're in their 40s and can still crack open a young man, they're practically hailed as a magnificent piece of hero ass. As their hormone levels drop during menopause, women experience extreme aggression, anxiety, despair, and a general lack of self-confidence. Furthermore, women in their mid to late 40s lose almost all interest in the acts of sex. Women want sex all the time in their late teens and early 20s, then less and less as they grow older. As they approach their late 20s and begin to present for sex, they become less attractive. They want sex again in their 30s, but not because they want to, but because they want to exploit it to catch a man. Most women, though, will never want sex again in significant amounts after squeezing one out. It wasn't meant to endure and then vanished forever when you're in your late teens. Patrick Stewart is an excellent example of this. He's 38 years old and married to a woman who is also 38 years old. Do you think she'd stay with him if she didn't attract so much attention when they strolled down the street together, or if he wasn't so wealthy? At any age, women find a man with status and money alluring. However, because this man has money and position, his sex drive is likely to be so low that she doesn't even have to yank his tail very much as he grows older. In less than a decade, even a woman like her is likely to experience hot flashes. She's probably simply waiting for some widow money to show up. She'll surely want to live at a ripe old age and achieve future success. I just want everyone to be aware that when a lady enters, her negative characteristics are amplified. You're on completely different roads. She's maturing into an irate 5-year-old brat who enjoys mutilating helpless house pets, while you're on the profit of becoming a neutered inside house cat. I advise you to do all possible to maintain your testosterone levels. You can quickly increase it by 20% by avoiding long-term relations and exercising. Push-ups and crunches are 2 exercises that may help you relax. Increasing your testosterone levels is as simple as getting extra vitamin D and reducing weight. If you can boost your testosterone, you'll be able to think on your feet around ladies. When a man is in a relationship, his testosterone level drops by 20%. Other factors contribute to a natural testosterone drop of 20%. So a male who is single and not in a long-term relationship currently has the same testosterone as a man who was in a relationship a generation ago. That explains why men no longer appear capable of confronting women, because they contain the testosterone of adolescent boys rather than fully mature guys. As a result, we get much earlier menstruation and are much more grumpy.